Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Paul Hutchings. I'm coming live for episode 69 of The Good Parts, a daily social media show where usually Monday through Friday, right around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I go live to share one good part from my life and or business in an effort to help you and me create more freedom, prosperity, happiness, joy, abundance, all the good things that life has to offer. And today I am at an undisclosed mountain location. And I woke up a little early this morning. Everyone in the camp was still sleeping. And at the place we camp, we don't have any internet. We don't have any cell phone service. So I wasn't planning on going live today. But I got up this morning and decided to go for a run. And so I ran about 3 miles. And I know that I ran 3 miles because usually it takes me about 30 minutes to get my 3 miles in. And I hit the 30-minute mark, and I realized that if I just kept running a little bit further, I'd be able to get internet, and I'd be able to share this message with you. And this message is basically just some thoughts that I was thinking this morning as I was on my jog today. So I ran the extra half mile. I have internet. Hopefully you can hear me. Comment below if you can hear me. I went live just a minute ago, and there was no sound. So I'm hoping that there's sound. Hey, Bill. Good morning. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Bill Rizlov. Can you hear me, Bill? If you would, comment below and let me know if the audio is coming through okay. And if you're catching this on the replay later on, if you would put a hashtag replay down below, I would appreciate it. So here's the thought. As I'm running today, I woke up, as I mentioned, and everyone in the camp is still sleeping. I get on my jog. I'm on this mountain path, and I run by this campsite. Everyone is still sleeping, in the campsite. And I'm up running. And the thought hit me. Bill says I can hear you now. Okay, cool. So as I was running, the thought hit me that, I'm up this morning doing something good for myself that hopefully can put myself in a good state of being where I can be of better service to myself, to my future, and to the world around me. And while I'm doing this, many people around me, they're still sleeping. And I run by this campsite and I look over and everyone's sleeping. And I thought to myself, while you were sleeping, I'm working on myself. I'm up making myself more healthy. And it caused me to reflect back over my last decade plus in building my financial freedom. And I thought about the many times that I've gotten up early in the morning, 4:30, 5 o'clock, 5:30, and I'm sitting at my desk with a light on and a book open. I'm sitting at my desk with a light on and a notepad open. I'm journaling. I'm writing out my vision. I'm planning my day. I'm thinking about content ideas for content that I can create. And what that has done for me is it's put me in a state of complete financial freedom. And as I ran by this campsite where people were sleeping and most everyone in my camp was still sleeping, I realized that a lot of success is created from the dark. A lot of success is created from those early morning hours where you get up and you put in that extra time to do the things that most other people are not willing to do. Most other people want to sleep in. Most other people want to, do other things with their time. And that thought really inspired me. And I wanted to pass that along in this video, while you were sleeping. What are you going to do while everyone else is sleeping? Are you going to be sleeping like everyone else? And the other thing that I thought as I was running by and thinking about people sleeping and me being up, doing the thing that I'm doing, is something that I learned from Jim Rohn a number of years ago that's always stuck with me. He said, if you want to be successful, here's the key. Walk away from the 97%. Don't do what they do. Don't walk like they walk. Don't talk like they talk. Don't think like they think. Don't go where they go. And as I saw most people sleeping this morning, and again, no judgment on them. Usually when I'm camping, I'm right there with them because I usually use this time as a way to catch up on my sleep. So usually I'm sleeping too. So there's no judgment. This is just a metaphorical thought. But I did have the thought that, as I was running and I was the only one up running this morning, that I was literally in that top 1 to 3%. I was doing the thing that most everyone else was not willing to do. And it reminded me of that great lesson that we don't want to follow the crowd. We don't want to do what everyone else is doing. We want to do the things that are maybe not normal, a little abnormal, And this can apply to so many other areas of life. Hey, Ashley, good to see you. She says, so good. The thought is inspiring me. Thank you so much. I've got one more, so stick with me. Gio says, tell them it's time to wake up and get into action, right? Time to wake up. And the last thought on this, as I was running, I was thinking about a lot of times, in fact, on my live yesterday, one of my friends said, I want to do consistent content, but I'm not sure where to get, all my content ideas. This is an area that I have a challenge with. And I think it's an area that a lot of people have a challenge with. They realize the value of creating content, of getting your voice and your face and your persona out there, not in an egotistical way, but in a way where you're providing service to people, you're lifting people, you're inspiring people. And in the process of providing that service, more and more people get to know, like, and trust you. That's a great thing to do for business. And so a lot of people realize this. They want to do this. But there are many reasons that pop up that say, well, I want to do this, but I don't know about, where to find content ideas. And so in my live the other day, I shared some ideas, but today I want to share one other idea. As I was running this morning, and this is very, very common, is when I'm working out and I'm listening to music and I've got my body moving and I'm up doing things come to me, ideas come to me. When I'm taking action in my business, when I'm having conversations, when I'm listening to prospects, when I'm listening to customers, when I'm listening to what people are dealing with, things come to me. And here's the point for content creation. I think part of the challenge of content creation is not creating the content or having the ideas to create the content, but rather putting yourself in a position where you're doing your very best to live a life that is worth emulating. And I'm not perfect, right? I'm not perfect. But one thing that I can say about myself is that every day I wake up and I want to live a life that's worthy of emulation. I want to be a good example for people. We have this saying that we picked up from Gandhi, be the change you wish to see in the world. I want to do that. And because I want to do that, I'm not 100% focused on creating content. What I am 100% focused on is living my best life, getting up, working my body, setting goals for my physical health, setting goals for my business, setting goals for my personal evolution, for my personal growth. And then I'm living into those. And because I'm living into those in the best way that I can, content comes easy. Because if you're living that life and you're paying attention, it seems that there are so many things you can talk about, when you go to create your content. So again, it's not about, the goal shouldn't just be content creation. It should be living your best life. That should be the goal. And then while you're living your best life, be looking for those little ideas and aha moments that are coming to you while you're in the midst of action. One of my favorite quotes is, God cannot guide an anchored ship. Too many people have anchored ships. They're sitting there in the harbor and they're wondering, how am I going to get out of this harbor? Where am I going to go? Pull the anchors up, get out onto the open sea. And while you're on the open sea, my experience has been you will receive inspiration that you can pass along to others that they will find valuable. So those are my thoughts today from the undisclosed mountain location in this surprise Good Parts episode that I was not planning on doing today. So I'm going to check the comments here. And by the way, if you are finding me for the first time and you got value from this content today and you want to get more content from me, I would love to encourage you to subscribe to me on social media, and or you can visit my website here and pick up a free gift and subscribe to my email list. And that'll make sure that you get my best content and it doesn't get lost in the social media feed. So with that, I want to check the comments. How are you guys doing today? What's on your agenda? Let me know. Ashley Casper says, hey. Thanks for tuning in, Ashley. Good to see you. Gio says, hope you're having a great trip. Yeah, it is a great trip so far. It's a good time off, a good way to unplug my brain from the day-to-day stuff. And although I am excited to get back to normal life, I really enjoy my life, and I've got a lot of things that I want to do. And so sometimes leaving is like, got all these things I want to do, but I am having a good trip. Minister Christian says, be the change. Indeed, Minister Christian, that is the key. Minister Christian says, my desire is to live my best life. I can see that in you, Minister Christian, and I'm so thankful for that example. Ashley Howell says, putting yourself in a position to live a life worthy of emulation. God cannot guide an anchored ship. Yeah, yep, absolutely. Thank you for sharing your time with us. And thank you, Ashley, for sharing your time with me and us today. I appreciate that so much. Gio says, it's easy to do what you love and give people solutions to their problems. That's why we have the best community. Yeah, I agree. Do what you love and just help people, Help yourself, number one, and then help others, number two, by teaching others what you're doing to help, number one. If you're having a challenge, or you've got goals, you know, odds are high that there are many other people in the world that are right in that same situation that you are. So the formula really can be very simple, I think. Bill Roslov says, thanks for going the extra mile. Yeah, my pleasure. Happy to do it. Ashley says, awesome thoughts. Have an awesome trip. Thanks, Ashley. And Ashley says, thanks for the extra mile. My pleasure. And thanks for giving me the motivation to do that extra mile because it benefits me as well. So, all right, guys, that's it. I hope you have a great weekend. And I'll be back Monday for Good Parts number 70. What will I talk about? I don't know, but I'm sure something good will pop up between now and then. So I hope you'll tune in. All right, take care, guys. Bye for now.